Welcome everyone. My name is Melanie and I am from Okanagan College. I'm from a college in British Columbia, Canada, and today I'm just going to tell you a little bit about Okanagan College, where we're located, the programs that we offer, along with admission requirements. And then if you have any questions, please include them in the chat feature. And at the end of the presentation, I will answer those questions for you. So any questions that you have, just include them in the chat feature. And then at the end, I will go through and I will answer them for you. Okay, so for many of you, you may not have heard of the Okanagan before. So if you were to look up the Okanagan on a map, you may not find it. And that's because the Okanagan is a region. It's not a city. It is a few different cities that make up a larger region. So today I'm going to be talking about the different cities that Okanagan College has campuses in and the area so that you become a little bit more familiar with it. So Kelowna is the largest city in the Okanagan, and we also have a campus there. Kelowna is the third largest census metropolitan area in British Columbia. And what it's really known for is it's a big tourist destination for people around the world as well as within Canada. We are known for being the wine capital of Canada. We have over 240 wineries, and we're also known for our agriculture. So there are a lot of great fruit right now. I went to the market yesterday and picked up some cherries and some apples. And throughout the year, we'll get more fruit. Things like peaches and grapes. We also have over 2,000 hours of sun each year. And I'll tell you a little bit more about our climate later on in this presentation. And we also have the 10th busiest airport in Canada. So if you are currently in India, the most direct route to get from India to Kelowna would be to fly from Delhi to either Vancouver or Toronto, and then it's just a direct flight from there to Kelowna. I'm going to tell you a lot more about the Okanagan throughout this as well. So here are a few images. So these are some of the images of the Okanagan. You'll notice a lot of water and lakes throughout this, and that's because we're located along a 100-kilometer long freshwater lake that has beautiful beaches along it. It provides beautiful agriculture, many restaurants along it. So I can tell you a lot about that because that's where I am right now. But I think a video might share a little bit more what it's about. So I'm just going to share a quick video for you just to show you a little bit more about what this area is about. So just give me a minute and I will share that.
You're thinking about it again, aren't you? Where should I go? Of all the places you could visit, how do you choose? Well, maybe I can help. Start with the obvious. You want to go to a place that's got great weather all year round, with scenery, a lake, mountains, a place of natural beauty, like you actually stepped into a postcard. What should you do there? Well, that's easy. Nothing you have to do, and everything you want to do, and maybe a few things you never thought you could do. You want to go to a place where you can meet new friends and reconnect with old ones. A place where you can experience the perfect course, the perfect round, the perfect shot, well, maybe we can work on that. This place, it should be somewhere you can have new experiences, share new adventures, and food, fresh, local, organic, flavorful, with ingredients from the farm down the road, or the orchard right around the corner. The kind of food you want to savor again and again and again. Okay, maybe that's enough. Here's the thing. Deciding where to go, it's not about checking this box or that box. It's about checking them all and maybe creating a couple of your own. It's about living life to the fullest, whether you do a whole bunch of things or a whole bunch of nothing. Some people say that place doesn't exist. But I've been here all along.
Okay, so that's a little bit more about the area that I live in. To give you an idea of how much it costs to live in this area, Kelowna is the most expensive city, as it is the the largest in the Okanagan. It's about $1,200 per month for a 1-bedroom flat or apartment. When you compare that across other places in Canada, it is quite affordable. Places like Toronto are about $2,300 per month on average for a 1-bedroom apartment. If you are interested in staying in a student residence, that is an option. It's about $2,500 per semester. Each semester is about 4 months. And if you would like to be placed with a Canadian family, we do offer that service, which would include your bedroom, your internet, your food, and it would also be a family who's here to support you. That is about $800 per month. Now, in terms of employment, of course, you're here to study, but we know that many of you may want to get some work experience while you're here. The Okanagan is ranked the #1 entrepreneurial region in Canada. There are many startup businesses here, many people starting businesses, and many supports. We have over 633 technology businesses. And for those of you who are interested in working while you're studying, you can work a maximum of 20 hours per week while you're studying. Currently, the minimum wage in the province of British Columbia is $14.60. You can expect to make anywhere between that amount and about $25 per hour, depending on your experience. As I mentioned earlier, we're known for our wine industry and agriculture industry. We get over 2 million tourists that visit the Okanagan each year. 500,000 of those are coming especially for wine. So what that means for students is there's many part-time jobs available for you while you're studying, but also after you graduate, there are many jobs available. Wineries hire everyone from accountants and marketers to biologists, to tradespeople, to chefs. So there are many jobs available. Another big benefit is Okanagan College programs are postgraduate work permit eligible. And if you're taking a 2-year program, that could result in a 3-year postgraduate work permit after completion. If your goal is to immigrate to Canada long term, there is the Rural Northern Immigration Pilot Project, which is an immigration initiative that was put on by the government that has chosen certain cities within Canada, which can result in an expedited immigration process for skilled foreigners who work or study in the area. So the city of Vernon, which has one of our campuses, was chosen as one of these cities. So if your goal is to immigrate to Canada, studying in Vernon could result in a faster immigration process for you. So I just wanted to mention that. So now that I've told you about the Okanagan area, I just want to tell you a little bit more about Okanagan College and what we are all about. So Okanagan College has over 130 different programs. We have students studying with us from 60 different countries around the world, and currently we have about 1,700 international students. So what the classroom looks like for you would be studying from students from all around the world. Other students from India, if that is currently where you live, students from other parts of Asia, Europe, Africa, South America, United States, and of course, students from Canada. So it is going to be a very big global experience. We have over 10,000 full-time equivalent students that study with us, but that equates to about 20,000 individual students that study with us each year. And that makes us the second largest college in British Columbia. So we are quite a large college. A little bit about student life. So before you even start your studies at Okanagan College, you will have a student orientation, and you'll be able to meet the other international education staff like myself. And we'll teach you a little bit more about what to expect in a classroom, where you can find different things so that you're prepared for the first day of classes. There are many fun things that happen on a weekly basis on all of our campuses. For example, if you have ever wanted to try skiing or snowboarding, we take our students in the winter up to the ski hill and there'll be lessons provided. So if you'd like to learn, great opportunity to do that. You'll see some photos throughout here of different activities that happen. Some are on campus, some are off campus. So if you take a look at the bottom middle photo there, that is a photo from a trip that we took our students to Vancouver, and that is Science World. This past October, we took our students on a trip to the city of Banff, and Banff is a very famous city within Canada as it's located in the Canadian Rocky Mountains. It's very beautiful, has a bright green lake, and there is a castle for a hotel. So we organized that for students so that it was something else for them to see within Canada, and it was also an opportunity for them to meet other students. So things happen on a weekly basis. You'll be able to meet students from around the world, but also students who also live in Canada. We also have lots of different student resources. So I work in the International Education Office along with about 30 other employees, and our job is just to support you international students. So if you have any kind of issue, if you have any kind of question, the way it would work is you would come to our front desk. One of our friendly staff would ask what you need help with, and then usually within about 5 minutes, you would be able to see someone to help you with whatever you have a question with. If you need help with selecting your classes, we have education advisors. If you have questions about your study permit, we have a free immigration consultant who is available for currently enrolled students at Okanagan College. There's also free tutoring. We have libraries with computer labs, restaurants, counseling. And if you feel comfortable speaking in another language, or if your parents would like to speak to someone in another language over the phone, we do speak about 20 different languages in our office, so there is a very good chance that someone in our office can translate. So myself, I don't speak any of the languages that are spoken in India other than English. However, I do speak English, French, and Russian. So if anyone needed translation, I can help them. And the person beside me is actually from India. He's from Gujarat, and he speaks Hindi, English, and Gujarati. So he could certainly translate as well. So just keep in mind, if your parents would ever like to call, that is obviously an option for them to speak to someone in a different language. Now for some information about tuition. So Okanagan College's tuition is quite affordable compared to other tuitions across Canada. So the average approximate tuition cost for 1 year is about 14,000 Canadian dollars, and that's for 1 year. For a 2-year program, it's about 28,000 Canadian dollars. And these are just some examples of approximate tuition for 1 year. We do have a $100 application fee, a $100 Canadian dollar application fee. The average cost per course is about 1,500 Canadian dollars. And once you are accepted, there is a $10,000 admission deposit, and that is used towards your studies. So that will be used towards your first year tuition, and then once that amount is used up, then you would continue to pay on top of that. Now, for our admission requirements, all of our programs do have different admission requirements, but in general, this is what we require. So we do require academic IELTS with a minimum of 6 in each band, or as we do understand that many IELTS centers are closed, we are accepting until October 30th of this year the Duolingo English test, which can be completed online from your home. And we're looking for a minimum score of 105 for most programs, or 110 if you're interested in our Bachelor of Business Administration. In terms of your academic courses that we're looking for, you'll need a minimum of 60% average in your +2 or 12th grade academic courses, and a minimum of 60% in your required +2 or 12th grade academic courses. For trades, the requirement for your required courses is a little bit lower, we require a minimum of 50% in math. So these are the different program areas that we offer at Okanagan College. So we offer arts, science, computer science, business, food, wine and tourism, health and social development, technologies, trades, and continuing studies. And continuing studies is shorter programs. So if you're already in Canada and you're looking for a shorter program, that would be a good option for you. And if you have further questions about the programs within these areas, Pyramid is very knowledgeable about the programs and they can certainly help you with this. So the different credentials that we offer postgraduate diplomas, bachelor's degrees, diplomas, and certificates. So we don't offer any master's programs and we also don't offer any doctorate or PhD programs, but we do offer everything below that. So postgraduate all the way to certificate. So we do still have applications open for some programs for September. So this is the list of programs that are still open for September. And if you are interested in submitting an application, you can certainly contact Pyramid and they will be able to let you know how you can do that. We do have many other programs that we offer. However, we do close applications once a program fills, and many of our programs are already full for September. So these are the programs that we still have open. And for January, we do have a select number of programs that are also still open. So these are the programs that are open as well. If you're interested in a program and you did not see it listed here, you could certainly contact Pyramid and they'd be able to clarify that for you, or you can include that in the chat and I'd be happy to answer that at the end of the presentation. Okay, so some important notes about September 2020. So classes are happening. Okanagan College will be offering classes in September. Although we are in a global pandemic right now, we will be offering classes and we are preparing for that right now. Classes for September will be offered online or a combination of online and face-to-face, depending on your program. The exact delivery will be released at the end of June or beginning of July. So programs are going to be offered. They're just going to be offered in a different way, as we do need to listen to what the British Columbia government is saying, and we also want to keep students and staff safe. You can begin your studies from your home country. So currently, if you do not have a valid study permit before March 18th, you will not be able to travel to Canada. And this is the current, as of today's guidelines. However, if you do receive a study permit and you're unable to travel to Canada, you can begin your studies from your home country, and that will count towards your postgraduate work permit. If you pay your admission deposit and your visa is denied, it is refundable. So that is always an option as well. So things to remember, classes are happening. They're just going to be a little bit different. But you will require a study permit, even if you're not in Canada, in order to take these classes from your home country. So if you are interested in learning more about Okanagan College or submitting an application, I'm just going to let you know how you can apply. So the first thing you need to do is decide which program you would like to apply for. You can apply for up to 2 programs on your application. You'll also need to gather all your documents. The things you'll need to include will be your IELTS or your Duolingo, copy of your passport, your 10th grade, and +2 or 12th grade. And then if you have any post-secondary education, you'll also want to include those transcripts as well. Our applications are completed online, and Pyramid can definitely help you submit that. There is a $100 application fee. Once you meet all the requirements, then you can apply for your study permit, and then we hope to see you in Canada very soon. Okay, so that's all the information I have for you today. For the staff of Pyramid, for myself, this is going to be probably the last presentation that I provide for you, as my colleague Jade will be returning to this position. I will still be at Okanagan College, just in a different position. So the next time you see someone from Okanagan College, it may be a different face. So I'm just going to take a look at the chat here. Again, if any of you have any questions, please include them in the chat and I'll be happy to answer that for you.
Hey Melanie, it's Sarabjit here. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Great. So Melanie, I sent one application for diploma in human kinetics. Student has BSc nursing with 63%, but it was denied. I just wanted to know if there is any other program we can offer for a medical stream.
So for students who already have prior degrees, the general rule is they need to apply for a program that is a different field from their own if it's a lower credential. So Sarabjit, if you would like to send me an email along with the student's information, I can certainly look into that student's file and let you know if there's a different program.
Right. We already sent you this application. Student had paid application fee as well. I can read out you the application again if you can suggest any other program. Is it a general requirement that student has to have 60% in 12th grade in all the subjects?
So students require a minimum of 60% in their 12th grade academic courses. So the courses excluded from this calculation would be English and any non-academic courses such as physical education, cooking would be one, dancing, anything like that, that would be excluded.
Right. No exceptions, right? 60%, that's a minimum requirement.
Yes, that is the minimum requirement.
Right. All right. Thank you.
Okay. I see that we have a question as well. Does Okanagan College accept conditional offer letter without TRF and final results? So Okanagan College can offer a conditional offer letter if you have not completed your IELTS. However, we will provide a deadline for you to submit your results to us. For example, if you're applying for September at this point and you don't have IELTS, it may not be realistic for you to receive your study permit in time for classes in September. If you are applying for January, for example, and you have not completed your IELTS, your deadline is going to be a lot later because you have a lot longer of a time to apply for your study permit.
Hi Melanie, this is Shabana from Kochi branch.
Hi Shabana, how are you?
I'm doing absolutely fine. How about you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Okay. Melanie, I have a student who's completed his bachelor's in Ayurvedic medicine. He's actually a doctor. Okay. A doctor in Ayurvedic medicine. So he's looking for a diploma in social work. So would that be possible? I mean, like it's quite some time since he's passed out. He passed out somewhere around 2016 after doing his internship and all that stuff. So it's like almost 4 years since he's passed out his Ayurvedic medicine. He's still practicing, but he is looking for something like a social service, or you have a human service work diploma, right? Would that?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, would that be fit for him, for a student who has completed his medicine and has got so many years of experience?
So it certainly could be a good fit for him, as long as his degree currently right now is not in social services. It could be a very good fit for him. In general, if a student already has a degree or a much higher credential like this student, we are looking to see that they are applying for a program in a different field, so providing new knowledge. So in the information that you're providing me, it shouldn't be an issue for the student if they're interested in human service worker.
Okay. Thank you so much, Melanie.
Thank you, Shabana.
Shabana ji, guys, is there anybody else with a query? You can ask Melanie about it. If there's anybody else with a question.
Hi ma'am, good morning. Here's the stage.
Hi, Justej.
How are you?
Great, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you. Thanks for the asking. Actually, ma'am, there's a candidate named as Gurinder Singh Thamrat. He applied for associate degree in arts, and he got the message that unfortunately your 12th grade academic average doesn't meet minimum requirements of 60% for Punjabi. And then replies, we will not offer you a seat at this time. And after a few days, he received an email that where is mentioned that your application is now in the progress for Associate of Arts in Kelowna campus. And I don't know what is the exact status right now. Can you please explain?
So, just as if you, I will need the student's student number. I'm not going to provide that information during this webinar just due to privacy. However, my email is provided on here. If you can please send me an email with the student's name and student number, I will be happy to look into that for you and respond to you with an answer.
Definitely, yes. I'll drop the email to you after end of this session. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pyramid, Visa for a better life.